مستحيل لباذل بالجهد أتقن ما يريد لا مستحيل لمن سعى يعطي إذا طلب المزيد.
Hello my dear friends all over the world, this is Mr. Sam Muqbil. Welcome back again. I hope that you are fine today and every day. Today our lesson is very marvelous and it will revolve around how to use your book to boost your memory to improve your speaking skill as greatly as possible. But before I get the ball rolling, I'd like to ask you a question. Are you a reading nut? In other words, are you a big fan of reading books? If not, no problem. Be decisive and make your own brave decision to bridge that gap between you and the book. Why? Because all of your friends, all of your relatives, even your closest family members will leave you one day. So if you don't have that strong relationship between you and your book, your life will be tasteless, meaningless, useless, and fruitless. So please try to bridge that gap between you and your book, because if you don't have that strong and unshakable bridge between you and books, your life will be full of ignorance, darkness, and emptiness. Now, your big question is, what is the connection between the book and having a very long-term memory to improve our speaking skill? Okay, you know that each time I want to read a book, I must use my own tools. I mean highlighters, pens, pencils, post-it notes, and so on and so forth. And you have to do the same. My dear friends, if you want to be an avid reader, you must have post-it notes, highlighters, pens or pencils to circle, underline, and take notes all the time. For example, when you read page 5 and you come across a very nice expression like this one, bridge that gap, bridge that gap, bridge that gap. Now, what does it mean, bridge that gap? To connect two things or to make a close and intimate relationship between you and something else. Now, instead of having a special notebook and then you write a couple of the phrases in that special book and then after that you forget most of the information right there, I think that you can use the book itself to have that long-term memory. You can write the same expression on the other pages and you can use the same sentence, bridge that gap between you and your book. You can write this sentence one more time, 2 more times, 6 more times, 9 more times, maybe 40 more times. It depends on your passion, your love, and your determination. And don't forget, please, to write it one more time at the very end of the book. Why? Because each time you come across this expression on the other pages you haven't read yet, you will refresh your memory. Not all of this, but when you read this book one more time, maybe 3 years later, 5 years later, 10 years later, you come across the same expression and then you will remember it over and over and over again. My dear friends, I always say, nothing is impossible and impossible is nothing. Always remember that you have to practice and practice and practice all the time to make this language alive in all walks of your life. And remember that with passion, with love, with positivity, with enthusiasm, your English will be perfect. And please, if you like this video and the other videos we made and we're going to make in the future, don't forget to subscribe to be up to date to our videos we're going to release. Thank you so much and bye-bye.